Hey YouTube, welcome to Cubified, and today I'm going to be starting a new series where I make letters from cubes. To do the A, pattern, you will not need any of the following cubes in the front. Sorry about this 4x4, it is broken at the time, that is my only 4x4. So the only cubes that you can actually do the A on are the 6x6 and 7x7, so I will just move these out of the way. That was mainly just for show. So this is the Moyu 6x6, that's the Shengsha 7x7. The Moyu 6x6, it turns good for the demonstration, and the Shengsha 7x7, it is big and brightly colored, so it is very good for demonstration. Now, I'm going to start with the 6x6 to show you the A pattern, and what we are going to do is we are going to get two 1x2 lines, two 1x4 lines on the sides of the inner layers, and then two 1x2 lines on the inner top two middle layers. And if you don't really understand what I was saying, you'll see in a second. So we are going to basically just switch what. Basically, it was the flower pattern where we switch centers, except we are switching different parts of the center instead of the entire center, just like a 3x3 or a 4x4. Because with a 4x4, you kind of can't do any like real inner center patterns, except for maybe like an L or something. I will do that L in a later video. So this is basically the flower pattern like you see on a Rubik's Cube. So here you can bring down one center, then you move it out of the way, so you hide it, and then you bring in the other center up, and then you bring that one back. And so that basically what that does is that switches the centers, and so in able to get it back, you just match up the yellows, and you match up the orange, and then you match up the green, and then it fixes itself. Now that was mainly just for that color scheme part of it, but whatever color you're using, that should be the same case, except for like yellow, green, and orange. You would be using, for example, like red, blue, and yellow. I don't know. So you're going to get these two 1x2 lines. So you bring these two layers that way, and then you bring the top layer down, and then you bring it back up, and then yeah. So it's basically exactly like the flower pattern. That was a bit too fast. Sorry, like my camera is a bit it was almost out of battery, and I didn't have enough time to charge it, so I kind of needed to do this really quickly. So it's basically the same thing for these 1x4, except we have to bring the entire cluster of layers to the right, and then we bring those two 1x4 lines down, and the ones that are hit on the bottom still need to come up, but we need to preserve that one, so we bring it over to the left. Now these two are still hiding, but we need to bring them up, so then we bring up that, and then we bring up the other side. So that's how you get the A on the 6x6. If that was a little fast, I'm really sorry. I'm kind of doing like I'm on a crash course, as basically that's how the dictionary states. So that is how you do it on the 6x6, and I will show you how to reverse it in a few minutes after I show you the 7x7. Now this one is pretty fragile, so it's kind of hard to corner cut, so occasionally I will be aligning the layers and able to do that. Now there's a different method of doing the the pattern, because instead of doing 1x4 and 1x2 lines, you'll be doing 1x5 and 1x3 lines. And if you want to do if you want to have your pattern in a way where, so I'm getting my 1x3 lines just like the 6x6, but if you, for example, if you want an orange A background and a green A, you're going to have the orange facing you and the green on the left. Now you're going to move those three layers down, like to make these 3x1 lines. Now you need to bring those back, so then you can hide them, and now those two are basically done. Now you just need to bring the hidden two on the bottom up. So you bring that up, and then that's what I mean by the Shengsha. That's why it's very hard to corner cut, and it's very heavy, so it's kind of hard to control. But now we need to get those 1x5 lines. So unable to do that, we need to bring the whole cluster of layers in the inner layers to get all of that space, and then we bring down our left side, then we bring down our right side of the 1x5 lines, and then we bring back the whole cluster, and then we move our 1x5 layers on the bottom back up. And that's how you get the A on the 7x7. It is a very easy thing to do, but there is, for different letters, there's actually different patterns and different ways to do it. So that is why I will be putting this series into different sections. So yeah. But so now I'm going to show you how to remove it. This is a very similar thing to do, but there's a few steps that you need to memorize, like things that you need to memorize. They need to be in order, like not like this. You see how like it's facing two opposite directions, where like one of them has points down and one of them has points to the left. You need to have it like this. So then these 2 points are pointing down, and these 2 points are also pointing down in the same way. That one is, and the other one right here is symmetrical. So basically, it's kind of like a cycle. So like it's like they just twisted it counterclockwise. So you just need to do pretty much the same thing except reverse. So you're going to bring the 1x4 lines down, and then so you bring the 1x4 lines down that you made earlier. So now you match up the blue with the blue. Okay, so now we need to match up the red with the reds with those two 1x4 lines. So we're going to bring that whole cluster to get those 1x4 lines back, and then we bring those back up to the red side, and now our red side's fixed on the top, and then we bring back our cluster. And then we need to align that so make sure it doesn't pop. Now we just need to get those 1x2 lines, so same thing. We match up the blue with the blue. You match up your red with the red. And again, like same thing with this layer. And I'm just trying to say, like, do not take this, like don't take, like, you need to do these colors. Like, I'm just saying, like, figuratively, like, instead of saying, like, blue with blue, red with red, whatever is on the left or top. But I'm just speaking figuratively, like, just, like, whatever your color is, just follow it that way. So it's the same thing you bring with the 7x7, you bring down the 1x5 lines, not the 1x4 lines, on this. And so then you match up with the orange, then you match the yellow with the yellow by bringing the whole cluster of inner cube layers to the right, and then you bring those 2 layers back up, and then you bring it back over to where it's supposed to be. Now you just have the 1x3 lines, so we're going to match the orange with the orange by bringing those down, and then those 2 are hidden. Now we're going to match the yellow with the yellow, and then the other yellow with the yellow, and now we can see that we can just bring that up, and now that those 2 are fixed. And that is how you reverse and reverse the A pattern on a 6x6 and 7x7. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I will have more videos on this kind of thing. Like, I'll have B, C, D, E, F, all kinds. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!